Hey guys, EritoKaio here. Welcome to iRacing once again, and welcome to the first race in VR on the channel. Going forwards, this is probably what I'm gonna do with iRacing because, quite honestly, I can't be bothered to change my game settings every time I want to play. So, yeah. So I'm gonna do just a little bit of an update video as well, just to explain how things went with moving to VR. And first of all, you can probably notice on the edges of the screen there's quite a low resolution. Yeah, let's just say my 4070 Ti cannot really handle VR that well. Even these days, when I kind of expected graphics cards to be a little better for VR already. But I mean, I think iRacing is probably one of the worst games of the ones I've tried so far when it comes to graphics quality.
Cold tires all round, 20 minutes.
I managed to get it to 90 FPS with a lot of sacrifices.
Standing start.
I'm running the game with
ready.
OpenXR.
Green, green,
And
green.
by the way, my headset, I got the Pimax Crystal Light, and it's got the defect. It's got defective lenses, so they are sending me new ones. I just talked to them earlier today to confirm
Car right.
my address and stuff.
Clear right.
So we'll see how the new lenses do, because mine have a little bit of a ring around the sweet spot where it's very blurry, and then closer to the edges is good again. So it's a bit
Right
weird.
side.
Also here
Right
I
side's clear.
really avoided
Nice one, Miguel. Good start.
some really bad incidents, because if you noticed, I am on slick tires and a lot of people are on wets.
On your right.
And
Right side's
you
clear.
will see in this race who made the good decision. You can see in the top corner it says mostly
Car
dry,
ahead is
so
Molicino, car number 12.
think
and their rating is
this was the
2.2.
right decision. And it does get a little wetter in the middle of the race. You can see it's actually starting to rain now. I had to brake really hard there.
Car left.
That guy is wet in front of me.
He's still there. Clear
So
left.
did this guy that just passed. Yeah.
Car right.
So other than the lenses,
Still there.
my headset is actually really good. Like,
Hold your
this is
line.
my first time in VR, like ever.
Still there. Clear right.
So I actually
right.
got used to it really fast. Like,
Still clear right. Okay, Miguel.
On the
next car
first
is
day,
Aaron,
it was
car
a
number
little
10, and their rating
weird,
is
because
2.3.
my eyes had to adjust. I felt like I was cross-eyed or something. Then I adjusted the IPD and stuff.
V12.
Also, this guy is gonna go for a move. And
Car right. Clear right.
Yep.
On your left. Clear left.
once again,
left
I managed
side.
to avoid
car
it.
right.
Probably like by a millimeter.
Still there.
I didn't get any incident
He's
points
still
from
there.
that, which surprised me. I thought I was gonna get
He's
the
still there.
4X out of nowhere.
Right side's clear.
But yeah, once I adjusted everything, the headset feels great. Well, other than the fact that it gets quite hot. So after a few hours, I really need to let my face breathe, because it gets really hot. But then also the weather is quite hot still. It's now
Car in front of
starting
us
to
is
get
now
into
Alexander,
23
car number
Cs,
9, and their rating is 2.5.
which is about my sweet spot. But yeah. So for iRacing, I'm running
in front is now
the
0.8.
headset at full resolution, but I'm running on with FSR, because it looks better if I reduce the resolution in FSR than in the headset. Because there's supposed to be a new upscaling mode for the
The
headset
leader's just done
itself,
it. Car right.
but they
Hold your
released
line.
it, then they said it was an accident, they
Still there.
unreleased it, and now we're waiting on
Still there.
the newer
Still
firmware
there.
again to unlock that.
Still there.
Once that comes out, I'll try
Still
it.
there.
For now, I'm just running FSR in
Clear
game
right.
through OpenXR. I have the game actually running at about 60% resolution with FSR, which you can probably notice, especially on the lines of the car. They look a little bit jagged, a bit of jagged edges. Um,
On your right.
I've also played quite a bit of Euro Truck
Hold
in
your line.
VR, and there, I thought that guy was
Still
gonna
there.
crash into me.
Hold your line.
My heart jumped there.
Right side's clear.
Thankfully, I looked.
Car right. He's still there.
Um,
He's still there.
so yeah, I got
Clear
the
right.
performance.
Okay, Miguel.
All
The
right.
next car is Schmidt. Car
Still need to
number
do some tuning.
5. A license.
However,
And their rating
there's
is
one big
3.1.
problem, and I think that's with my GPU, is when I go into a
15 minutes left.
doesn't
That's
even
15
need to
minutes.
be a race, just a
Left
practice
side.
lobby where there's
Clear
multiple
left.
car
Car left.
models
Clear left.
instead of, in this case, it's just the F4 car, so the graphics card can handle because it's just one model. It just, the game instances them and just puts a different texture. But with, let's say, a multi-class race where there's several car models, my game just doesn't run at all.
Car left. Still there.
It's just completely unplayable.
Hold your line.
I've done everything I can,
Still there.
so unfortunately no
Clear left.
GT3, no multi-class,
left, clear
no
left.
nothing like
Good
that.
pass. Now
No
keep pushing.
GT4. I wanted to get into the GT4s, but I can
Car in
do
front is
LMP3
Barrett, car
and
number 10. And their rating is
LMP2s.
2.3.
in their specific
Car right.
series.
Hold your line.
They'll probably
Clear
try.
right.
But other than that,
Come on, Miguel.
stuck.
Good stuff. Keep it coming.
I'll see how the new GPUs do, the 50 series when that comes out. But I really don't want to
Car in
upgrade my
front of us
graphics
is
card again
Alexander. Car number 9.
so
and their
soon.
rating is
'Cause
2.5.
the main reason I went with the 4070 Ti and not the 4080 or a 4090 is mostly because of power consumption. Because it gets quite crazy up there, and the power bill gets expensive. So I'm trying to do what I can in VR. There goes the guy behind me. I think soon, no, he's still in 12th, but I almost was a position to the guy in 12th later in the race, but I managed to keep it.
The track temperature is falling. It's now 21
Here I
Celsius.
move up to 9th.
P9. That lap was a 1:45.4.
Lap time is starting to improve.
Okay,
Now
Miguel.
the track,
Looks like it stopped raining.
as he said, it stopped raining, but the track is now moved to lightly
Gap
wet.
to Schmidt behind is increasing. It's now 2.4.
So for my overlays, if you see me move my head, look between my left mirror and my wheel, that's where I have my in-game relative menu. I managed to put my eye overlays in-game, and my standings is right above the mirror, the virtual mirror. I also have the fuel, but right now it's hidden because I don't really need it. But it's right below the relative as well. And that, I think that does impact my FPS a tiny bit. not a lot. I know in EritoKaio I was lagging quite a lot when I was trying to use the same overlay technique for watching a YouTube video while I was trucking. I was watching Dave Cam actually. I was watching him play EritoKaio while I was driving in EritoKaio in VR. So that's fun. That's one thing I can do now.
The
But
to 8th place. Ahead is
yeah,
increasing.
everything
It's now
works fine.
4.9.
It's just the lenses that are effective. It's both of them too. It's not just one of the lenses. Which I had to ask him if the visual that I was seeing was
That's your best
intentional
lap
or
in this
not.
session.
And they say it's defective, so whatever. Just send me new ones. I don't care. You're the ones wasting money on defective products that a lot of people are having too. I see them all the time. So if you're thinking about Pimax, just know that they send a lot of defective units at the moment. It actually came earlier than they predicted. It was supposed to arrive at the end of this month in September, and it arrived on the first week. So that was cool. It was just as the weather got colder, because before that there's no way I would put that thing on my face. And another thing is it puts quite a bit of pressure
Miguel,
on my cheeks.
relax, focus, keep it
So
smooth. 10 minutes
after
to go.
about
That's 10 minutes left.
3
Halfway
hours I
home.
have to
Fuel's
take
good.
them off for a bit. Anyways, not just because of the heat, but just because of the pressure on my face. But other than that, they're decently comfortable. The other gripe I do have is the cable, because it's a PCVR headset, so it's got the, is it the DVI? No, not DVI, DisplayPort cable that also carries a USB inside of it, so it splits at the end. And that cable is not very wieldy.
The
It's a
gap
pretty
to Alexander
thick cable.
in front is now 5.1 seconds.
When I turn my head to the
That's your
right,
quickest lap in this
I
session.
have to kind of push the cable around, which is a bit annoying. But after a while you get used to it, so whatever. I much prefer that than a VR headset that's wireless. They have to deal with networking and batteries and bleh. But yeah, so other things about the channel. I'm probably gonna do more Forza soon. I took a little bit of a break because I was just a bit tired of the game, to be honest.
Dragon is getting
And
closer. The gap's now
lack of
4.7.
updates and stuff. So I took a break, let the game get some updates, and I'll try again at the end of this month. See how it goes. As for iRacing, I don't know how often I'll make videos, but I'll probably record most races and I'll probably throw the best ones or the more fun ones on YouTube. See how that does. So yeah, right now P10 is starting to close on me and I have to keep it till the end. The track is again drying up. There's no more rain. I'm now in the 43s. Well, that was a 44 the last lap, but it does improve. And you can see there in the corner, just under the track map, you can see my FPS about, it says 87, but it's supposed to be locked to 90. It has a couple of drops here and there, but for the most part it's pretty stable. I did disable my car mirrors for this, because
Okay,
I
Miguel,
saw
you've
some
used half
drops.
your fuel.
So I disable just to be safe, because when the headset lags, oh boy, it's really bad. This is probably the first race at Fuji that actually goes well. Every other race I've had here was completely wet, even last season, and it just sucked. I really don't like racing in the wet in iRacing. I know a lot of people praise it because it's so realistic. For me, it's too realistic. I'm just a bit more casual about games.
That lap was a 142.9.
And that's the case for Super Formula Lights this week. There's like 90% chance in the fixed series for rain at Spa, so I just said nope. I know there's the Open, which I think has 0%, but I don't really race in the Open. I don't have setups. I don't want to pay for setups because, look, I already pay a lot of money for the game itself to buy the tracks and cars. I don't want to add another thing on top. I'm not that rich. I'm not rich at all. So I'll just stick to the fixed as much as I can.
Don't think about the lap times.
Honestly, it's been fun enough for me as a casual. Speaking of which, I'm gonna mute because loud bike outside every single night. It's so annoying. It's like 1:30 a.m. and this is every day, every night. Anyways, as I was gonna say, I'm gonna buy some more tracks next week, possibly. Just so I can race in
Dragon
a few
behind is
more
now
cars.
3.0 seconds.
I was enjoying the F3 car in VR. I did try a race at Zandvoort last week. It went terribly.
Alright, Miguel, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
And I also tried
You've just
the
done a 143.0.
Formula Fords. That went okay. I had a few spins still, so I didn't make those into videos. But if I should, let me know and I'll throw them. One of them is actually my first race in VR, so let me know and I'll throw that in there. I kept the recordings because might as well. I have plenty of space. So right now I'm 3 seconds ahead. It's really closing in. There's 3 minutes left, which is 2 laps. And also, yes, I know, the mouse is in the middle of the screen. I can't see the mouse there in VR. My mouse in VR is somewhere else. So I'll make sure next time that I move my mouse away. Because I know it's probably annoying. I think I've yapped enough today. I've talked more today than the last 2 weeks, probably.
That's your best lap in the session.
That was my best lap in the session, and I think my best lap at all at Fuji.
That's 2 minutes left. 2 minutes.
So I clearly still have some pace. I can probably get into 41s with a bit more practice. If the track stays dry. Also, it's not even completely
The
dry
track
yet.
temperature's rising. It's now 23 Celsius.
It says mostly dry. .7 seconds now behind. And there's still a bit of spray coming out of the wheels. So let's make it to 3 seconds. I think he made a mistake back there. White flag, last lap.
Last lap.
Let's see, can we keep it? Got a bit wide. I'm honestly just playing a bit safer on this last lap, because I don't want to spin, so I'll sacrifice a little bit of time behind. I mean, I'm already up 14 positions, so this guy, if I remember, gets out of the way. Yep. I always play without mic on, so
The track temperature's increasing. It's now 26
and I don't have
Celsius.
any keys set up for throwing your things in there. My keyboard is
Okay,
quite
Miguel,
far
the
from
next
me
car is 1 lap behind.
when I'm racing, because I don't have a cockpit or anything. My wheel is mounted to my desk, and that's it. That's why I wanted a VR headset, because I have a 24-inch screen. I don't have
5
space
minutes of
for
fuel
more,
remaining. 5 minutes.
so VR was the next best option. And we managed to bring it in 9th.
P9. Okay, that's the finish. Well done, mate.
So yeah, that's all of the updates about the channel and stuff. I do have a Discord that people can join. I'll probably I update things more often there. And of course, Twitter, and all of the stuff. On Twitter recently, I just post comments about how sad I am when McLaren doesn't win in F1. Hopefully Lando manages to bring a win this weekend at Singapore, because on the next day, on the 23rd, is my birthday. So, come on Lando, you can do it. Please, don't bottle it again. Please don't get the yellow flag in Q1 again. Anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know if I should do anything to improve the VR experience on YouTube, because, well, of course, you're only looking at one of my eyes, so there's that. And it's gonna look a bit shaky. Our eyes usually compensate for that in the headset, so not much you can do there. So
Pit lane speed limit is 60 kilometers per hour.
let's park the car. I completely forgot to enable the pit limiter. But let's look at the
Front
results.
left, 96%. Front
I
right,
don't usually do the
98%.
thing where I look at the
Left rear,
carnage
97%.
like everyone else
Right
does,
rear,
because honestly I don't
98%.
care. Carnage is carnage. It's gonna happen. I mean, I have my POV and that's it. I'm just, I get too bored of going around looking at clips. So, the results. Come on, click there. Yes, there you go. So we gained 0.21 safety rating and 48 I rating. So that was pretty good because it was a 0x race. We started in P23 and finished in P9. And there was still, I think everyone finished the race. Looking at the running thing in the interval. So it was a pretty good race. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time for whatever video it is. Goodbye.